grew up in Cole Harbour, and I mean Cole Harbour is a pretty well-known spot now for a few guys who play in the NHL. Obviously, Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon. So as a kid, I looked up to them, and my dad and my brother also played hockey, so they sort of got me into hockey. And my brother Nathan Welton played for the Wildcats, so I remember being in Moncton and watching him play. I got traded here. He was pretty excited, and sort of deja vu for him. I'm wearing 27, and that was his former number, so he's definitely helped me a lot over the years, and I really look up to him. I've always been a guy who wants to be a little bit more offensive and get in on the forecheck and stuff like that, and he was offensive too, but he was also a defenseman, obviously, so it was weird how that dynamic worked out, but I don't think I could be a D like him. So he lives in Kelowna. His wife's from Kelowna, so they were in Halifax for a little bit, and then they moved back out there a couple of years ago. So they have a 6-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter, so I'm an uncle, which is pretty cool. And the coaching change, hiring Gardner McDougall, a coach who had never been in the CHL, was always with UMB, and we were pretty interested to see what he could bring to St. John. And we had 35 days there where he really put us through the works and showed why he's the real deal. And he worked us really hard. We did practice every day, workouts every day, and we had scrimmages, and we just tried to simulate as much as we can towards the Memorial Cup. And by that game one, we knew we were ready. Obviously we had the time off and we weren't in playoffs, but we worked really, really hard that month, and only a few days off that month, and worked really, really hard. And when it came to that first game, I felt like we really dominated, and we beat Hamilton and lost Edmonton in overtime, and then obviously we were down 3-0 to Shawinigan. We saw what happened there. William Dufour, he was huge for us, and then made it to the finals. And again, I think we just were chomping at the bit. We knew we wanted it, and we knew we had the team to win it, and we had that chip on our shoulder from losing in the first round. So it all worked out pretty well, and the feeling was incredible. All that work that we put into it, and all the struggles and highs and lows that we have been through, and just lifting that cup above your head, there's no feeling. People say that you can't describe it, and that's exactly what it was. I just can't describe it, and it was one of the most amazing hockey experiences and just life experiences that I've had ever. So ever since I was a kid, I said my brother played for the Wildcats, and I was always a Wildcats fan growing up. So when I was younger, I would always throw on that jersey that my brother had bought me and play mini sticks with him and stuff like that. So it was always a dream when I was a kid. And obviously you can't control where you go once you get to junior hockey, but when I got that call that I was being traded to Moncton, it was one of the most excited I've ever been, because of all the connections we had and all the history that my brother had before. So I was really excited to come here and spend some time here and show what I can do for the Wildcats. And like you said, we have a good team this year, and we're really competitive, and I think we'll have a really good team next year too. So I'm looking forward to the future, and I think there's a lot of good things going on here.